Well, we're back. Jenny and Tim are here. They're alive. So we haven't heard from them for a while. Look at that.
Whoa, we got the lasers. Watch this. This is the best one. Oh, laser.
If you're watching, they're using the Mac filters where you look like you get lasers. But if you've got it on audio, you're just going to have to imagine what that looks like. Oh, it's lovely to see your beaming faces. Well, I mean, to be fair, I've seen them every day.
Sorry about that.
So it's kind of fun. How are you both doing? You good?
Yeah, we're great. We've just had some smashed avocado and egg on toast because we were both hangry.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's been so good out here, Ollie, and I know I don't want to I'm conscious not to rub it in your face.
No, do it. Rub it in my face.
No, because I'm also wary that it's been raining for like 2 months there, hasn't it?
50 days non-stop in Cornwall, one place in Cornwall.
Gosh.
Which is,
oh my word.
I know.
Sure that wasn't just the waves wanging up the rocks and spraying down onto the weather sensors.
I feel for them. And this is the thing. We've got that going on. Let's not like wang on about the weather too much. But you're bringing some light into the living rooms across the
and
country,
we've had a good dump. We had a good dump of snow as well, didn't we?
I reckon we've had about 50 centimetres down in the village.
I managed a little bit of powder riding with Ed. It was wicked, but then he's had loads since then, hasn't he?
Ed's been up quite a bit.
But Timmy, poor old Tim's still got the big old bum bruise.
Yeah, I've seen that bum bruise, mate. I saw the picture of it. Jeez.
I think I've cracked my tailbone. I went up to go riding the other day. I spent €120 on a 5-day lift pass because they're doing this special deal for the workers here if you've got the accreditation. So I went and bought the lift pass, went up, first up the pommel. I thought, this feels a bit weird actually. I'm not sure how my bum's going to... Strapped in at the top, started to ride in, hit a little rock, like jolted, and it was like being electrocuted in my L7 in my spine.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yep, that's
see ya. You were
see you guys. I was like, see you, Jen. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going down. It hurts too much. So I literally didn't even manage half a run.
No, you didn't.
Mate. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a painful injury, that one. It is a bad one. My other half's had that one before. When she first started snowboarding, that was her first injury, and she had to sit it out for quite a while. Are you getting bored of all the love yet? Go on.
Well, I was going to say, before we go into the Olympics proper, I do want to start this podcast with a warning. A bit of a PSA. Jenny mentioned it there about the snow we're having. The Alps are getting absolutely puked on. If you're going away, just be safe. Look after yourselves. Don't ski out of bounds if you haven't got all the right equipment and you don't know what you're doing, because there's been a lot of avalanches and we've had a lot of deaths. There's been nearly 90 deaths across the Alps this winter from avalanches. So be safe, be careful. Get a guide. Better still, get on Jenny Jones's backcountry course to learn how to ride properly in the backcountry.
There you go. March. Got one space left.
Have you honest?
Yeah.
Oh my God, get on it in March.
There it is.
Get on it.
And if you use the code, Tim,
the après, you can get 10% off. No.
Ollie's missed us.
He has missed us.
Figuring that out.
But seriously, please be careful. Ski and snowboard safely, within your means, with all the right equipment, because just stay alive. Stay alive, everybody.
It has been, daily occurrence on the news, just sort of seeing those avalanches, piste or not. Like, it doesn't matter if you're off piste or on piste, whatever. You know, it's pretty gnarly out there. Anyway, right, okay. So you're out there, you're getting a lot of love. Tim, are you bored of the love yet?
I'm not bored of it. I mean, it's always nice to hear.
Every day.
Well, there's a lot of people out here, a lot of English fans, aren't they? And they're like, I'm like David Beckham out here. There you go.
I was waiting for the
I am
comparison.
David Beckham.
Yeah.
I can't walk down the street without stopping for selfies and doing photos. No, it's...
he is. No,
he
has, Ollie. It's mad.
Are you getting stopped, Jenny? Have you had to take a picture of Tim?
Of course she is.
I've had to, no, I haven't. But I've been stopped, and it's lovely, and it's all people that follow Olympics and everything like that. It's wicked, but obviously for Tim and Ed, it's just, I don't think you've ever experienced it, have you?
No.
And so, but also on his following, he's had like 10,000.
No, nearly 15,000 extra followers.
Have you really? So you've gone from what were you before
14.
then?
I was just under 14 or just over 14. And I last looked, I can't remember when I checked 10 minutes ago.
He looks at his bed, but they're really good. They're replying all their messages.
Just picked up another 100. There we go. Well, I was
He's
Mate,
nearly
29,000. I'm like John O'Verity.
You could start doing ad reads for walkers for like 10 grand soon, mate. Like that's you could start just doing the ads on your Insta.
My favourite crisps.
Oh, no, your favourite coffee.
Oh, my favourite coffee.
Or you could do ads for heights.
Yes, like Ben Shepherd.
Yeah, you just be Ben Shepherd, the new Ben Shepherd.
It's pretty mad. It is pretty mad. I mean, it's that obviously they're going to get a real shock to the system when they get home and see me walking the kids to school and building shonky bits of, shonky things out of wooden pallets.
Yeah, they'll just start dropping.
Your new audience,
the followers will drop off, but do you know what? I don't care. If everyone's having a good time and they're enjoying what we do, and it's this classic. We're getting a lot of love for mine and Ed's style of commentary, and I'd like to think that we've been doing it the same since Jenny won a bronze medal.
This is it.
And that's
You've been doing it actually for so long, but I think the first time you were getting a lot of flack for it. Like in 2014, you got a lot of shit for it as well. Like, which is
if you call flack 306 official Ofcom complaints.
Yeah, but this is it. And I think people have just the attitude has changed, and it's great. It's so good to see. But
well, thank you. It's been wicked. And I just think it's a good team. It's three people in me, Jenny, and Ed that genuinely love and froth over snow sports.
Yeah.
Freestyle skiing, snowboarding, we're working in a job that we love and we get to celebrate it. We've got brilliant British athletes. But also, you've got the likes of Anna Gasser that's riding up there, one of the greatest female snowboarders to ever do it, frothing over Jenny. She's like, oh my God, Jenny Jones, she's this, and we know the riders. We've got this great relationships going on, and it's a big love-in over here. And sorry, I know people will probably get a bit sick of it, but I don't know. It's just we're loving it.
And the level, just watching such world-class sport, like snow sports, is amazing.
Yeah,
I feel it's so exciting. Like, I mean, I know we're going to go into it more in a bit, like specific events or whatever, but it's so exciting every day.
So exciting.
Like tonight and just everything. Yeah.
Well, it's great. It's great to see you both in your element as well. Like, and I think we're all sort of like lapping it up back here. So well done. Kudos to you both. Let's not dwell on it because I don't want to blow too much smoke up your ass.
Like the bigger well done is the athletes. Like they make it like what it is. Like they have. Oh, it's so cool to watch them all. Like the competition level that's gone down, the different tricks, that big air and the flipping board. Like, anyway.
Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
So let's start with, because we've had loads of messages about this. Thank you for getting your messages in at the Après Pod on Instagram. Mia Brooks, qualifying slopestyle. There has been so little coverage about it here. So we, generally people just don't know what happened. There's been a very small amount. I managed to catch a little bit, but it was literally like 20 seconds on the Beeb at one point. So talk us through it. What happened?
Okay, well,
what happened in her event?
Well, Jenny can talk through the event. I'm going to talk through what happened with the coverage. So, from a BBC point of view, BBC can only legally show 2 streams. So that can be BBC One and 2. It can be BBC One and iPlayer. It can be BBC One and Red Button. So BBC have all these different outputs, but it can only ever show 2 streams. Now, when they bumped the women's qualifying back a day because of the bad weather, it meant an event clash. So it meant that the snowboard slopestyle would run alongside the mixed team boardercross. Absolutely. So at that point, the BBC had to make a call on what they showed. Now, they will always go with a British interest because we're BBC. And of course, that meant Mia Brooks and Charlotte and Hugh Nightingale. The next priority is medal. Now, because it was snowboard qualifying and not a medal, they decided to go for the medal race, which was, of course, Hugh and Charlotte's medal race.
Just pause you. People are thinking, wait, you said they can show 2 streams at once. So what else was going on, Tim?
There was curling, I believe, and they love the curling.
Curling's on every day. Like, literally,
curling's on every minute.
Yeah, curling started 7 weeks before the Olympics started. It's been on
curling's
so
a bit
much.
Curling's like the swimming, isn't it? You get like 95 chances to win, I think. But Yeah, the curling was on, and actually it was going to work. What happened was, what they decided, BBC decided, is they would show the gold medal race, Hugh and Charlotte's gold medal, quarters, semis, whatever. They would then, once that had finished, they would then turn it around where me and Ed would do the full commentary on a replay. So they would show the women's qualifying in its entirety on a replay, and me and Ed would just do that. So they were going to do what's called a time delay, an as-live time delay. So after that finished. But of course, what happened in the qualifying?
Oh, yeah. Well, she did. Yeah, she didn't land either of her runs, unfortunately, even though she was riding amazing in training, and she had it dialed in, it seemed.
Yeah.
But then as the event started, I was literally doing live hits for the border cross, because it was going from the 32 down to the quarterfinals, down to the semis, and they were going through and through, because we were like, oh, they probably, they might get through to quarters and they might get through to semis, and then we'll switch and I can focus on the slope style.
And
because
I think that's what
but I cared about both, but like I really cared about how Mia was going to do. But then they were doing amazing in the border cross. And so... But
also the schedulers and me and Jenny and the producers and the execs and everybody's like, well, Mia's going to get into the final, so that's okay.
So it's fine, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And,
so
and
what?
Then
so what?
And then I turned around. I literally
we were celebrating,
weren't we?
We were literally celebrating.
We turned around, and then one run later, it was Mia coming down for her second run, and we watched it. Rail, great. Jump, great. Did a 12, great. Did a 10, did a 12. And then we were like coming for the last kicker. I was like, I wasn't even really worrying.
No.
Because I thought, oh, she'll do a 10 or a 7, whatever. Is it a 10 she did in the end?
Cab 10.
Cab 10. And she just sat down on her tail. And I was like, oh. And me and the cameraman, we literally were like, just couldn't speak.
So she sat, back on a cab 10 on the last kicker?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
worse
this
than
is the
that,
bits that
I'm
we
in
don't
a
know the
live
detail
broadcast with Hazel.
Oh, yeah.
I'm chatting to Hazel, celebrating Hugh's gold with Charlotte, going, they're the best thing I've ever seen, and that was so good. And I cast my eye across in mid-speech as I'm talking to Hazel live on the BBC, and I see her fall over. And I go, yeah, and they're amazing, and they're so good.
It was hard. It was heartbreaking.
So okay,
Ollie.
so let's is there any behind the scenes stuff here? Have you actually managed to speak to Mia or her parents or anything like that to just sort of see how she's doing after that?
I've spoken to her coach. Like she was,
it's her event, right?
Yeah, she was upset. But like. She had some time out, went off. She didn't want to do any interviews, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Which is why we don't have any BBC ones. But she didn't do any with anyone. She just wanted to go off and chill with her coaches back at the athlete area. And then I wrote to her. I think you guys wrote as well, just saying, gutted for you and what have you. But at that point, she just wants to be left alone. I would imagine. And since then, I know because she's hung out with the Blackwells.
Yeah, there's a family out here that they all know.
Yeah, and they all went shredding in the powder together. And I don't want to say she's absolutely fine, but
she's absolutely fine.
She's all right. She's enjoying the shred. She's looking at the next thing to do, I'm sure. I think she would have been absolutely gutted that night, and probably a bit more the next day. But the one thing, when I put it up on my Instagram as well, is like, it doesn't change anything about how all of us feel about her riding. Like, she is the best snowboarder, like, in the world, basically, isn't she? Like, she is. Like, I know that's it.
But the other frustrating. Oh, sorry, go on.
And you've got to remember, she's only just 19.
Yeah,
she's got loads of time. I'm sure. I'm pretty confident she wants to come back and be like, no, I'm going to sort that out in 4 years' time.
Well, we want to see it, right? We want to see, because that's it. The other riders as well would have wanted her in that final, because they would have wanted to compete against her. So that's, or just her to be there, and that's just that always stings a bit anyway for them, I would imagine. So, I mean, you're right. She's going to be back, I'm sure, and she's got loads of time in between then. Now, like 4 years is just so much time.
And you've got to remember, she rode so well in the big air.
Oh yeah,
she rode
phenomenal.
So well in the big air, amazing. And that's like, and I think it'll be fine. But I hope that explains why they weren't covered. It wasn't there to be covered.
Exactly. Because the other thing is we were going to do it all post, but once she's out and there was no real British interest. You're literally just putting it out there to show her failing. And actually, I don't think that's. I know everybody wants to see it, and you can. We went out on TNT if you want. It's just the BBC opted editorially to just celebrate something else, celebrate other successes.
Which we will get onto in a moment, but let's get on to Kirsty Muir as well, because she did astonishingly well in the big air, the delayed big air, I believe, because you had a bit of weather issues there.
Yeah, massive snowstorm.
Give us, I mean, we know the result. I'm sure everybody knows the result, but just fill us in with the blank bits. You're like, what might we have missed? Like, what was the feeling on the ground? And Jenny, you obviously spoke to her. Like, how's she doing?
Yeah. So the start of it, we were like, oh, this is exciting, and I thought she might be able to creep onto the podium. That's what we kept saying. That's what I said in all my interviews, because I didn't want to put too much pressure on her or hype anything up too much, but I equally didn't want people to think I wasn't backing her, because I was. It was like this balance, and I thought. When I found out that unfortunately Mathilde and one of the Swiss riders Anouk, thanks, had injured themselves in training, I was like, oh right, okay.
It wasn't like, oh right, okay. It was more like yes, she's out. Yes, good. The favourite is dead. We can move on. Brilliant.
Oh my god! It's like
it's not like that.
I didn't realise this is not on the BBC now, so we're all right.
Yeah, he can say what he wants. No cancellation here, mate.
I did think, oh, she's got even bit more of a chance there. But all of the female skiers, they absolutely skied their socks off, didn't they?
Oh my god, they sent it. Lara Wolf came out with that switch double bio. Yeah, that she's never been seen in contest before. Might be an MBD for a woman.
And Kirsty laid down her best 2 tricks. You cannot ask for any more than that. And then when it came to her third run, all she could do was try to improve. And I think she wanted to go for a different grab. Was it an esco grab?
Tail grab she wanted to go for.
Oh, right. I thought it was.
Or did she do a tail and wanted to go high mute?
She wanted to go a different. It wasn't a mute and it wasn't a tail. It was more of one of the ones I don't know as well.
Okay.
And she wanted to go for that to. Yeah, because she thought that it might have got her a bit. I don't think it would have been quite enough points, but she didn't have any. She didn't have any. We know from talking to the coach and everything that there wasn't another option with the 10.
The right spin, because you have to do 2 different direction spins. Yeah. So she'd gone to the right first, so span to the right. 1080, and she can't go any more than that. So on paper you're looking at it going, well, just go more than 1080 because that's the 85 whatever, but she physically couldn't. That's her limit on that right-sided spin, so she had to go left side, but she'd already done a 16, so she's not going to throw an 18, so she had to go
16.
Well, but when she landed that was like, I think at that point I was like, oh, hang on, here we go, like this is she's in contention here for a potential medal. And when because she was like second last to run in on that third run, I think, was she?
Yeah.
Something like that. And you could see like the nerves on her. She was so, but she managed to get her composure together. I don't know how. Yeah. It was, and me and Pip were watching it, my other half, and we were just both like, come on. Like, I was so tense. Just watching.
Mate, you should try being in the booth talking about it.
It was amazing to watch, and I mean, she must be really chuffed with the result anyway. Like, I think she did fantastically well. I don't know.
Well, it's funny, we've just recorded some little bits for the BBC talking about our favourite moments of the games, and I've gone for Kirsty. Just her performance to come back off that knee injury. Remember, we spoke to her on the podcast, didn't we? If you haven't listened to the Kirsty Muir podcast, go back, have a delve into the archives. You'll find it.
And it wasn't just a little knee injury.
No, it was a
full-blown surgery.
Yeah, full-blown
she'd been kneecapped.
Yeah. To come back and then get that first place in slope in teen, and then to get an X Games gold, and then to ride. And let's be honest, like I said about Lara Wolf pulling it out the bag, Eileen Gu pulling it out the bag, then Megan Oldham absolutely crushing it. Like, such a progressive final for the women. We've always said that the women's finals were going to be the best, and they really were, both slope and big air. So for her to come and ride and get, it's horrible, isn't it, fourth? But actually, in the grand scheme of things, 2 fourth place in the Olympics.
I know.
It's an amazing result. And
she's
going to be so proud. Yeah, huge achievement.
For what is, like, we're not a snow nation. Let's just I know, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I know.
It's not like we haven't got the mountains on our doorstep in the same way that lots of European countries do, and the guys at the top of that. And I think it's such a fantastic achievement. I think she should be.
And and when I interviewed her at the end of that, she was nothing like. She was upset, but nothing like the same as the slopestyle one, where she was really gutted because it just hadn't come together for her on the day. Whereas with the big air, she was like, "Oh, I just did everything and I landed." She was stoked, but just a bit, a little bit upset because it was like, I think because she was so close to getting on that medal table, and it was like, so I think. I was so in awe of her, like the way she managed to compose herself, talk to all these people after the interviews and all of that, and her riding was amazing, and her family were there, so it was really cool. It was really mega cool for her.
And missing out by a shave on those 2 events, but we did get a medal. We did get a medal,
not just any medal,
bronze, not a silver. It was
nothing wrong with bronze, mate. Don't listen to him, Jen. Nothing wrong with a bronze. God damn you, Ollie.
Oh dear. No,
bringing the gold back to our country.
Yes. It was so exciting. Wasn't it?
Oh God, mate! Honestly, it was like it again. It was a highlight. It was phenomenal.
How did you get any work done that day? Watching all that? Don't worry, your bosses aren't listening.
No, but it's okay. But Bordercross is kind of fine. It's not like it's not like watching the qualies where it goes on for what feels like 7 days. It's like it's like you've got a race and you can do a bit in between, then a race, then a race. It's quite good.
Yeah.
But you were both there. Talk us through it. It was so great to watch. It was amazing.
They saved their best riding. Well, I think it was made more sweet by the fact they both failed in the singles. So obviously they both, had a really difficult singles. We saw them out on that night after the singles. They were, I shouldn't say this, they had been drinking. They were drunk. They were crestfallen. Hugh, we've had him on the podcast. Again, go back and have a listen. We've had him on the podcast. Hugh Nightingale. Such a lovely lad, and they were both talking about the course, and interestingly they both said about the course, they were like, it's really difficult, you can't make any mistakes, it's really slow.
Slow.
It looks quite flat in parts.
Yeah.
It's obviously not flat.
It's flipping uphill in
really
places. Yeah. And it's for the fact that they both had their individual races didn't go to plan, you could see how hard they were.
Ollie, I had to interview them after that as well, and I just have to give it some context, is that 4 years ago I had to do the exact same interview with Charlotte, and she'd gone out in the quarters exactly the same 4 years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening again. And she came up to me and she was heartbroken, absolutely just started debriefing the event in her head, and you could see her going into this well of doom, wasn't she? And I was like, I can't get her out of this because she's live on the telly, and I just, I don't want her to.
Did you see Jenny's interview? It was lovely.
I haven't.
In a sense of, Charlotte apologised. She went, "I'm just so sorry. I'm so sorry to everyone." And I'm welling up now. And Jenny was like, "Don't you dare be sorry. You're amazing. You've got nothing to be sorry about." And it was it was really nicely done.
Because I could see where her mindset was going. I was like, oh. And then she was like, right. You could, she sort of. And
Timmy.
Anyway,
Timmy's gone.
But exactly, which
cried more for strangers this last month than I have
Which is why, though, like he's saying, it made the mixed team even more
sweeter.
Oh, it was, and they nearly fluffed it at the beginning. I'm not. No batting around the. What's the saying?
Batting around the bush.
Something like that. That's
beating around the bush.
No battering up the bush. No battering up the bush about it.
Don't.
Let's not batter up the bush about this.
Hugh,
right?
Don't batter the bush up.
Hugh, on that first sort of set of heat races, he fluffed it. He messed up a bit. But then Charlotte, out of just somehow
anger,
she did the race of her life and managed to get them back in the lead and staying into, for the quarters. And then from that point on, Hugh was on it, wasn't he? Hugh did the best races I've seen him do. And then Charlotte did. And she was definitely a masterclass. I think that was the word you used. And it really was. It was like world-class race.
Oh, it was phenomenal. That final race. I mean, and actually, Hugh knew exactly what his role was. And I felt like they got to that final and they were just... I don't know what they said to each other, but they had it absolutely locked in, didn't they? They were basically
really did.
This is what we got to do. This is how it's going to happen. And he knew what he had to do. And Charlotte just it was amazing. It was
She's so brave with the heel clipping.
Oh yeah.
She changed the binding, didn't she, there?
Unbelievable.
But, hey, do you know what? Ed had an amazing bit of commentary, which was, behind every man there's a great woman. And it was never more so apparent than in that Olympic final. You had the four dudes... And don't get me wrong, they all raced brilliantly. Hugh had the race of his life, but I think he was enabled to race like that, and the shackles were off because he knew behind him was Charlotte Banks.
Yeah.
So he's able to relax into that and just race his race, get in that top two because I know she's going to do the damage when she's up to race, and that's exactly what happened. And that final, you've got Leah Castor, Michaela Mioli, Naomi Wiedmer and Charlotte Banks, all brilliant racers, all World Cup winners this season. That has been the podium for every World Cup race pretty much this season. So to have those four red hot favourites in that final race was just the best ending for it.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, well done to them. I do have one question for you, which you might not know the answer to, but I did see an interview with them, and I think it was Claire Boulding. I can't remember. They were sat in what looked like a British pub.
Were they?
From the 40s with flags. It looked like they just celebrated VE Day or something. What? Do you know where they're staying? Honestly, I was like, where the hell are... Oh my God. I'm going to have to find it and send it to you both.
Tom
it was
will know.
Ridiculous.
Tom probably set that up.
Tom went and did it. Me and Ed were on commentary duty, so we weren't around. And I think you were Jen was having a romantic time with Dan that night.
Oh, well, don't go into the details, Jen. Okay, good.
Well, Wilbur was there, so don't worry.
Oh, sure, okay, right. Oh, that kind of family. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a quick word on the men's ski big air final. Come on. Because it was astonishing.
Goodness. Did you see that?
Yes.
It was... Well, yeah, it's gone down in freestyle skiing folklore now. That is the best final we've ever had. To have everybody swinging for it like that. Everybody pushing their tricks to the absolute limit and then landing. And then the top three changing like it did. With Tormod dropping last pretty much, did he? And
Tormod, I was like... Because, like you were saying as well, he's like the skier's skier.
Yeah.
And he's never, honestly, when you look, he's not got a single Olympic medal. And
no World Cup wins.
No World Cup wins. And you're just thinking, oh my God, could this be it? Could this be it? And I'd sort of mentioned him in the beginning bit, thinking, oh, please, manifesting it and trying to but I could not believe he was actually in that top spot. And I thought, oh no, it's not going to work on this last jump.
It was just set up so beautifully. I did the Lax Open freestyle ski commentary with James Woods, friend of the podcast. He's been on.
Yeah.
Go back to
the catalogue. Yeah.
Go back to the catalogue.
Listen to it. Yeah.
We are actually quite good at getting all the good people on this podcast, aren't we?
Not this year, but yeah.
but not this year. No. Don't need them this year. But we talked to James Woods, and the way that we were talking about it and the types of skiers that we had on that podium. So let's talk the bronze medal. Mattis Fanzer. Was he? Yeah, he was. Bronze for Mattis Fanzer, the Austrian. Yeah. We dub him the least predictable skier in the world. He's like a rare element. He's like, what's the one that fizzes when you put it in water? That's what he's like. You just don't know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah.
And, he put down, I can't remember his tricks that he put down, but again, he's the type of skier that's pushing the limits, doing all these different tricks, the nose butter takeoffs, the rewinds. And for him to get the recognition in the big air was amazing. Then you got Mac Forehand, this young American kind of, again, just leading that charge.
With the best name ever.
Mac Forehand. Just so keeping the American dream alive. They've always been a powerhouse in freestyle skiing anyway. And then Torm, who is, like Jenny says, the skier. He's the one that everybody wants to win, but he can never get it done. So you have this perfect podium that if you were to ask any freestyle skier, who do you want on your big air podium? They'd have said them three. Any order, but those three. And we got it. And they battled for it, and they swung for it, and they upped their difficulty, and they pushed each other. And freestyle skiing, is the richer for it.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all doing tricks they'd never actually done in competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is it's astonishing. I mean, they when they were landing, and they were just like almost astonished themselves, weren't they? It was amazing to see. I think it would be great to see where it goes from here. Like, what's next? God knows. Right. Okay. We've got so much to get through. It's crazy. Halfpipe, men and women's qualies. We're recording 20th of Feb's Friday. It's just 2:00 in the afternoon. So you've just done the
ski.
Who was it? The women's
ski
qualifying.
qualifiers.
For the halfpipe.
We've done men's.
men's
and women's qualifications are done. Just done men's this morning,
yeah.
And we've got men's tonight. So under the floodlights. Gus Kenworthy's in for Team GB. Unfortunately, Liam Richards didn't make it. He was pretty close. I think it was 15th in the end, but skied so well.
First ever Irish lad.
Oh, I heard this.
Make it into the final of any ski freestyle event ever. First,
which he didn't know.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
You had to tell him, or someone had to tell him.
And then he told his family as well. It was hilarious. But so he's in. Ben Lynch.
Benjamin Lynch.
So what have we got? So the men's finals tonight. I'm going to try and get this podcast out before that kicks off.
That's the spirit, Ollie.
Yeah, we're going to do it. So
you said Gus.
Yeah, Gus is in there.
Gus is in there.
The big main news, and it's devastating news for the whole of freestyle skiing, is that Finley Melville Ives took a huge crash on his second run. Did knock himself out. He's back. He's come around and he's talking, but they've taken him down to Bormio, to the big hospital there, to have a couple of scans and stuff.
Because it's quite a bad concussion.
So we wish him all the best. But
it was a pretty horrific crash, actually, that one, because he landed so far down the transition. It was like
so deep, carrying so much speed, and he really. Just landed so heavy, so fast, and really whacked his head. Anyway, I'm sure he'll be fine. We'll give you the updates if we get them, let you know. But it does leave it wide open now. All the Americans are in there. Nick Guepper, he's like I'm going to say he's like mould. He just will not go away. I mean, he's around for good. He got a silver medal. He's got a clutch of silver medals. Going back to slopestyle when it was first. Never got gold.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he's crossed the dance floor, so he's now used to be a slopestyle skier. Took a couple of years off. He retired. This big, huge hurrah online when he retired, and then he's got back in the bib to ride in halfpipe, a completely different discipline. But he loves a bit of blading, loves a bit of inlining, and it shows because he can actually wield his skis through those transitions pretty good.
Can I ask? Right, this is me being just really dead honest here. There's the top spot, Ben, the Canadian.
Brendan McKay.
Brendan.
Yeah.
I barely know anything about this guy. He's
been around for a while.
He went massive.
He went absolutely massive, yeah. His nickname's Meat, Brendan Meat
Has
McKay.
Brendan competed in
Yeah,
Olympics?
this is his third Olympics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just never. I didn't have him on the top spot. Would you have put him in the top 3?
Finals, no, because I think he's maxed out.
He's one of those that.
But he does go big.
Okay.
But what in Alex Ferreira, the American, in Nick Gepper, maybe Hunter Hess, Burke Irvin. You've got these guys and Finn, but unfortunately Finn's not there. You're going to see tonight the degree of difficulty go through the roof. So
I think
the biggest we saw today.
One Kiwi got in.
Yeah, Ben Harrington got in last place, but again he won't shouldn't trouble the podium.
So it's an American battle.
It's an American battle, North American battle today. That is it.
Yeah, there you go, Ollie.
And we're going to see some, the biggest spin we saw was an 1800, but it was low. But we're going to see 18s. We'll see 16s.
Oh yeah, was it who
18s.
did that? Because they didn't they just skid out actually. They didn't quite.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lee Sung Yoon.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Oh,
I mean, I would say it'd be an interesting watch. I won't be watching tonight because I'm out with some dads tonight for some.
Whoa!
And that
Dad in?
Dads
Living
from
school?
the life. Yeah. Well, nursery. We're still nursery. We're not quite at school, but going out with the dads. We don't get.
That's
going to
be that's going to be really nice, isn't it, for them when they're like, "What are you watching down on your phone?" You're like, "Oh, sorry, man, I'm just watching the ski, watching the ski half pipes."
I was doing that at the soft play the other day. I was just sat in the cafe.
Have you seen
watching it on my phone?
Have you seen that dad's group? Like they have a dad's night where you can go to the pub and it's plats and pints or something. And
plats and pints. I've seen plats and pints.
And everyone learns how to plait hair.
Men learn how to plait hair and they have a pint at the same time. And
love that.
I'm actually quite good at plaiting hair. So
I was going to say, I was like,
what's
your plaiting game? Because Tim's is probably pretty solid now.
Pretty good. Do you know what Lila said to me a few weeks ago? It destroyed Lucy. She went, "No offence, Mum, but Dad's actually better at blow drying my hair than you."
No.
Yeah.
Well done.
Couldn't believe it.
Well, look. I was going to say.
Hang on, finally, before we go. Saturday night, under the lights, Zoe Atkins, ski women's half pipe. She's leading first place in the qualies. Get it on your telly
Which
boxes.
was phenomenal. Like her quali run was amazing. So great. Okay, Saturday. Just remember that. And then you guys are wrapping up on Sunday. Is that right?
Saturday night is our last gig.
That is our last one with Zoe.
And then we're going to go and get absolutely broccolied.
Yeah, good. Well,
we're going to crawl home up the street on our hands and knees.
Do you know what this guy and Ed have been calling it every day?
Don't you dare say this. You're going to get us fired if you say this.
Commentary juice.
Commentary juice. Have too much and your lips will get loose. Commentary juice. Commentary juice. Don't tell the bosses or you'll get your P45 in the post.
To be fair, they're not drinking on the job. That's
no, for the avoidance of doubt.
No, it's after.
It's after. When we come home, we have commentary juice when we come home.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's totally allowed. That's totally okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll bring you another podcast when Tim and Jenny have settled back in when they're home. So we might take a week off. Might be a good idea so they can spend some time.
We've got to get the medalists on, haven't we? We've got to get Hugh and Charlotte on.
We'll have to do that. We'll have to get them on. And we'll enjoy the rest of it, guys. It's been nice having these little Olympic catch-ups, but do you feel like I've seen a lot of you?
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's very much one way, which is, it's weird. And I'll message you and I'll be like, oh no, they're working.
Yeah. So where are you guys? When can we get this recording, God damn it?
And it's literally...
And I'm literally going, next to drop will be bing. Next to drop... Is Ollie swearing at me?
Thanks for all your messages as well, and we will.
Any messages?
We will get to them. We don't have time right now. We're very, very sorry. Tim's now a superstar celebrity, so he's very, very busy, and
you'll have to go through my agent.
30,000 followers.
Shall I see how many I've picked up during this?
Oh yeah, go on. I hope it's 4.
You ready? I'm going to do it live on the camera. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it. Here it comes. 11.
Oh, well done. That was close. It's good. What are you doing? What was that?
It just opens.
Yeah,
it just opens. It was a snow cat.
Do get your correspondence in though, because we will get to it at the AprePod on Instagram, where you can also give us a follow, help us get up to 30,000. Why not? And you can follow us on YouTube as well. Thanks very much for all your comments. Cheers, guys. Enjoy it, and I'll see you when you get back. Bye.
Loads of love. Bye.